Give him the sauce real quick.
Told on that we at the kickback. Talk about this at the kickback. Talk about that at the kickback. Talk about rap at the kickback. Talk R&B at the kickback. You might find me at the kickback. Talk about sports at the kickback. Long stories are short at the kickback. Got guests of all sorts at the kickback. We at the kickback. We at the kickback. We at the kickback. We in the kickback. We in the kickback. We in the kickback. Yeah, we in the kickback.
Everybody look at my wall. Look at the greats on my wall.
I had a one up you is what I was doing. Like you had one, so I one up you.
2, 1, 2, 3 into the we are back with the Kickback Podcast. We have another episode for y'all. It's the PNC, Peter and Chris, and we are here to entertain you this week. Chris, any updates with your life or anything going on with you? Or you just chilling?
School's just started, and it's not even school, but just everything else has got me more stressed. Feel so stressed out. Just like I didn't even realize I was stressed out until like the Apple Watch thing. I saw my heart rate rising. I was like, oh God, this is not healthy. So I had to just like sit down and just like relax yesterday, take deep breaths, just like it is what it is. Just relax a little bit. Because other than that, after I calm down, relax a little bit, I'm cool. I'm breathing.
I feel you on that. I've been chilling I've been chilling, bro. Work is about to pick up again next week. And this is the first episode of the year, right?
Is it?
I think it is.
Yeah, it is. Happy New Year, y'all. Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year. The last episode we dropped was the Meg. I think, last time I had hair. There was the Megan, Tory thing we talked about, which, that was his own thing. But ever since coming into the new year, man, I've just been trying to cut certain things out that aren't serving me. I'm on what you would call a spiritual journey, trying to find myself and figure out who Peter is and what Peter needs to fix, But that's just been me.
Sounds like a documentary.
Yeah. Just, you get to a certain. Cool, I don't know if it's not a midlife crisis. I would not describe it as that. When you get to
I would hope not. You're not at midlife yet. I would hope not, Peter.
Yeah, when you get to this is for the people that graduate, about to graduate college. When you do a couple of years after college, and you reach a certain point, I'm about to be 29 this year. I'm going to hit 30. Start to really look at, okay, what is my purpose? What am I doing? Who am I engaging myself with? Who am I allowing in my life? What is my purpose? Who my relationships, romantic, career, all of that starts to creep up on you. And sometimes you need to go on like this spiritual journey to figure out those answers and to get clarity and to just, so things will be clear. And I think that's something I haven't been doing for the past 2-3 years. It's been up and down, but I just think when we get to a certain point, you just want clarity and you want things to move with sailing. You're gonna hit 30, but we already got I'm not gonna say his name, but we already got a homie that's 30 right now. We have another homie about to be 30 soon. I'm not gonna say names, but it's like we're gonna hit that age, and it's like when. And I don't know if you've thought about this, but you're pursuing your thing, grad school is like, okay, what's the next step?
Yeah, no, everybody keeps asking that, and I hate that. I honestly hate it. I hate it so much, bro. Because by the time I'm graduating grad school, right, in December, knock on wood, I'll be 29 at that point, and I'm put out in the air. I'm still living at home, but by the time I'm 30, I will not be living at home. I'll be, whether I'm independent or living with a roommate, only God knows. But I will, be out the house fully independent. Most of my grad bill will be paid off because I'm not doing the taking out a full loan or anything for that. So because I didn't want another like big loan to pay off.
Okay.
With my already big loan.
Okay, I feel you on that. Yeah, but you see, like that epiphany that hit you when you said 29. I'm still living with my, I'm trying to get out. When you get to your 30s, hit that 3-0 mark. It's gonna be like, okay, well, is it gonna be wife and kid? What's the,
and that's what I'm saying too, bro. It's like it's a lot. It's a lot. You just laying down in bed at night, and you just all this stuff just kind of just hits you, just like, man, life is happening, huh?
That's the epiphany I had last month, where it was just real. It was like, oh, I'm about to be 29, I'm be 30, and it's like, yo, what's I need to like, and there's certain things that aren't bettering me or certain behaviors, I need to turn them off, or I'm not gonna grow. I'm gonna just be stuck. So I'm in the process of doing all of that, but not to get people wrapped up in my therapy talk about hitting an epiphany, but we are getting older here on the show. We've done this show for what 2023 now. When did we start? 2013. The 2019. It's 4 years.
2013. Wait a second.
Hey, stop my bad. I didn't even know you, Chris, in 2013.
No, I just graduated high school.
Yeah. We started in 2019.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was the end of 2019. So yeah, we've been doing this for 4 years now, and
intermittently for 4 years because we've had a couple of big breaks.
Yeah, last year wasn't our best year, y'all. We know that. Yeah, it wasn't the best, but I just think with the show, even with the name changes, it's just a showing of growth.
Yeah, I like the name change too.
Name change is wanted to show growth, but we do have a couple of things, and this is why I like us to use IG for good things. IG can be something else sometimes, a la toxic group chats. But I had to throw that in there. But yeah, we went on IG, and I asked the viewers that view the show some questions that this is some questions or some topics that were, because we could go off on a soliloquy. We were just about to, for real. And we didn't realize about this growth and getting into our late 20s. We were about to have that convo, but we had you guys recommend some things for us, and I'm just gonna go through. Give me 1 second. Let me get right here directly to the dang thing. Okay. And some of the topics. I'm gonna start with this J. Cole thing. Is you about the J. Cole? Shout out to J. Cole too. But J. Cole, he did a thing where he rapped on an independent rapper, independent producer's beat, and then he sent it to him. He typed he was bored. I think he was unmotivated or bored, and he said he typed J. Cole type of beat, and he just rapped on it and then sent it to the guy. What do you think about that?
I haven't heard that yet, but that sounds cool, man. That is the power that a celebrity like J. Cole should use, though, right? Like, it's a J. Cole type beat, and J. Cole was like, "Yo, this is cool, this is dope. Let me hop on here real quick because this is a beat that would suit me, right?" And apparently he agreed with it, so he hopped on it. Probably killed it, I'm sure. Yeah, no, that's cool though. That's cool.
I actually shout out to J. Cole for doing this. I think this is dope. I think what he did was dope. It was dope. I think J. Cole is he really is the this generation they got he's definitely top 3 of this gen. he's doing that is just like, and this is why I always say, and and people always say I'm too critical of like the mainstream artists like Drake and whoever, but like when you could go back and say and bless a producer and just like do it just for the art and not for the money because you just want to do it. That's why like I appreciate rappers like J. Cole and Kendrick.
Your fantasy football.
Hold on. Okay, there we go. I was trying to set my fantasy football thing for auto draft because apparently they're doing that right now instead of, I don't know. They said they're going to do that at 10. My fault. Keep going.
May I ask whose fantasy football league is that?
Dion.
Okay, I think I heard of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just like the fact that, you know, when a rapper can just go back down and just be humble and just be like a normal human and not feel like he's above the people.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I like. It's a real hip hop connection. That's to me the power of hip hop. When you can do stuff like that. That's just, it's real. But
that is real, and that is like, I don't know how to describe. Is it? What did you describe it as? Humanistic? It's just like a dude reaching out to another dude, like, "Hey, I thought this was dope."
Yeah, it's just him. Like he's bored, probably can't find anything to motivate because he makes beats too, and it's just like J. Cole type of beat on YouTube, and he liked a specific person's beat, and he just said, "Hey, I'm gonna rap on it and give it to him."
Mm-hmm.
I think the song's called Procrastination. If you're looking for it, Chris, it's called Procrastination.
Procrastination. I was looking for it.
Yeah, so that shout out to J. Cole, man. I know in the past I haven't even been I've been fair to you, man. This is your fans are just crazy. So, but shout out to J. Cole, but your fans are crazy though.
They're crazy. They're insane.
Crazy. But J. Cole, you fire. So shout out to you. But what's next step? They wanted to us. That's you know what? Someone said Ice Spice. I don't know what to say. He just put a laughing emoji. Ice Spice. I mean, the only thing I'm gonna say about Ice Spice and Shamar, if you're watching this, she curved Drake. OVO took an L. Take that. That's all I gotta say in regards to Ice Spice. Any comments?
No, not really. I mean, I don't pay attention to Ice Spice that much. she don't really come up you know, in the Chris category at all. So
yeah, I was feeling you and niggas a munch. That's all she got. She has no, there's so many female rap, you know what? Let me not get into that. Shout out to Ice Spice. You did your thing. You got your hit. I'm not gonna get into the hip hop convo of that. It's good. We'll be on here all day if I have to tell you my thoughts on her as a rapper. But continuing with music, because he's next to. I'm gonna pick one because I don't want to end on another one. I'd rather just get this out the way because I saw something today and it was just stupid. So one person said Blueface and one toothed Christian girl.
One more time.
Blueface and one tooth Christian girl.
Oh, that's his girlfriend, isn't it?
Yeah. All I'm gonna say is, man, and I don't mean to be me. I'm gonna just be me. Is it that good, Blueface? That like, is it what? I'm not even gonna say is it that good because it sounds like, you know, I just sound like typical. I'm gonna be real. Is it worth it though? Sure, like some of the stuff I've seen in the previous months, and we've never really talked about this because I don't know about you, Chris. I see it all the time. Every time they're in the news for something stupid,
like they fighting each other.
Yeah, slightly. One time I think it was one story where he punched her, and then another story where she punched him, and they've been hitting each other and been getting arrested for each other rather frequently. He'll just be in another woman's like. It's just too. I don't know what I don't know what to say about all I got. Hey, get some healing because what they got over there is disgusting. I personally, Chris, I just think it's disgusting. I'm not even gonna. Let's just say disgusting. And what I saw today, And this is why I say, is it really worth it? They both had an interview with, remember, No Jumper?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if they were drinking or something. She was just talking and no one could understand what she was saying. And then Blueface got to a point where he was like, yo, security, get her out of here. What she did, and I'll send you the video, Chris. You know when you have a little kid and they don't want to move?
Mm-hmm.
And you know what they start doing? They start kicking their legs. She started doing that and she broke a TV.
Yeah.
So I'm like, is it worth it? Like, Blueface, bro, is it that? And I hate to say, is it that good? You have to be, you're losing money. Like,
the only reason I even know her is because like they'll be like, this is what she looked like before Blueface. That's the only reason I even.
She looked like a track star that could. She looked like somebody. I don't know if she would have remained a track star, but she looked like a woman with some potential in life. Now she looks like a goofball.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's the most like one of those like, wow, what actually happened to you type things, And it's not like it's not even the 1-2 thing that bothers me. It's just like, man, she just look like she don't live a good life.
She don't even look. I'm gonna be real with you. And beauty is in the eye of the beholder. She don't even look good, bro. She look like, I'm like, what does this nigga see? And she look. Let me stop.
You might love her at some point though. Somewhere, so they might love each other somewhere in their, jacked up hearts, minds.
I know what it is. It's love, but it's love for something else. I know what it is, bro. Is it worth it though? That's just my thing. When you have Wack 100, Wack 100 is a crazy dude. When you have him telling you, yo, dog, cut her off, that's a problem. And this is Wack 100 saying this, like, oh. But that's just my thoughts on. I really don't want to even speak on them anymore because I just think people that are watching this, that's not the example you should be like. You know what I mean? It's not the example. You need to grow. They need to grow up. At this age, you have security, and you kicking and breaking TVs. Yeah, but let's. Oh, and this is we're gonna stay on the topic of music. We got a lot of music questions today, boy. We got Stephen A. Smith and his comments about Rihanna and Beyonce. I think I talked to you about this briefly, Chris.
Yeah. Cause I was saying I didn't hear what he said. What you said, Rihanna's no Beyonce or something like that.
Yeah, that's what he said.
And what is he saying? Like, are people like comparing Rihanna to Beyonce? Are he saying like she's not good like Beyonce? Like she doesn't rate that performer quality.
This is what I heard him say. He said that Rihanna is cool and it's dope that she's doing the show, but she ain't no Beyonce. I'm just saying.
Wait, she's doing their show?
He was on a different show. The Wendy Williams show?
Yeah.
It's been somebody new is doing it. I forgot her name. I mean, quote our sources, but it's somebody Shepherd. I forgot her name. Sherry Shepherd.
Sherry Shepherd. Yeah.
Shepherd. Yeah, he went on Sherry Shepherd's show and they asked him about, because he was promoting his book, and they asked him about like the Super Bowl halftime performance about Rihanna, and he was like, I think she's great, but she ain't no Beyonce. And sometimes I think he forgets that, you could do that with basketball. You can say, LeBron James, he ain't no Kevin Durant, or Kevin Durant, he ain't no LeBron. I think in the music, you can't do that in the music world, bro. You can't do that. They're gonna get
like the fans are more ravenous, and people don't get that. I really think people don't get that. Like, fans are more like ravenous to almost a religious point. But exactly. Like their music idols, which is honestly kind of disturbing a lot of the time.
His fan base, and then this guy's fan base with the prayer sign. Those are the two that I think. Yeah, those two fan bases are crazy. Pac and J. Cole fans are. DMX fans aren't that crazy. Biggie fans.
Yeah, I was about to say, DMX has also got the prayer hands there.
Yeah. DMX fans ain't that crazy that I know of, but. If you run into one in Yonkers,
but they are Rough Riders.
Yeah, that's why I say if you are in Yonkers, if you are a guy that looks like Trae Young and you go to Yonkers, Just lay down. You gonna get robbed, sucker. But yeah, man, music is it's a different beast, man. You just can't compare everybody. Because if you say that, it's like I remember when I was on here, and many times I would say like Usher is not, I mean, Chris Brown ain't Usher, or this guy's and this guy. People will like, I know people's opinions on that, but I know that people are gonna like have like, no, you did not just say that. No, or when I say Kendrick is far better than J. Cole, you know what that usually leads to.
Mm-hmm.
It leads to a lot of
attacks
and banter and all of that. Mm-hmm. Or you know, the guy that City that push. Whenever I talk about him or say he's better than some, anytime you compare two artists, it's gonna come with backlash. Especially if those are kind of, because Rihanna and Beyonce, they're not rivals, but they're top two of like, I would say the top two of like black female music.
Especially in this day and age, for sure.
Yeah, for the past 20 years, they're like the top two. You could throw other names in there, but like you could throw Mary J, you could throw Mariah Carey. But those are the little, they're more legend. Those are more legacy acts. Those are a little bit more of like legacy acts. But in that grain, I think those two for the past, especially for this generation, those are like top two.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't put music out as much. And you're gonna do that comparison. Hey, good luck for you, man. I remember one time, didn't we do that with Young Shock one time? We did a Beyonce versus Rihanna. If they did a versus,
I think so.
How many of y'all except Avery? Because Avery didn't give a.
Yeah, Avery did not care.
Did not
Avery
care.
just went for it.
We were very careful with how we said things about those two specifically, because Rihanna, Navy, and Beyond, and the I don't know. I want to say Barb's. What's the name? What's Beyond the Beehive?
The Beehive.
See, even that mistake, they could slaughter me for that mistake. The Beehive and Rihanna Navy or Army or whatever. Let me get that right too. Rihanna Army or Navy.
It's Navy.
Navy. Sure. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, don't attack me. But the Beehive and Rihanna Navy, they're and then the Barbs. That's another one. It's crazy. You know what I mean? So like Stephen A. Smith should know what it's not sports, B. You can't. There's nothing to prove that. You can prove LeBron is better than KD with some stats. Or by watching what they do. Can't prove Beyonce's better than Rihanna. Can't prove it. We can talk about success. Like you could measure success, but you can't measure who's better in music. Subjective. So like next time be careful with, I would advise to be careful because you know. Unless it's obvious, like Usher and Chris Brown, because that's obvious. Usher's better than Chris Brown, or obvious that Michael Jackson's better than everybody.
Well, they have people fighting you over Prince though.
Prince, listen, you actually, you know what? That's a good one. Shout out to Prince. I love Prince.
I don't know why in my head I really thought you were gonna say shout out to Purple Rain.
That too. That too.
I was gonna say shout out to Purple Rain.
That too.
Like I thought you were gonna shout out the song, but not him. I don't know why.
I respect Prince, but that is the only one that you could be like, yeah, but that's for a specific era. Like I think that's for a specific age group. I think if you ask modern day people especially people that were born in our age group, some of them might not even know Prince records.
Yeah, but Mike, you gotta realize, like Michael Jackson made music for everybody. Prince did not.
Okay, yeah.
That's why like growing up, you would hear Michael Jackson on the radio, and you might hear a Prince song.
The reason why you weren't hearing Prince because at one point he changed to a symbol, and he was going against the major labels, so there was some hesitancy with putting his music out to the general public. So that's why I think people, especially our age group, There's no connection with Prince unless your parents were playing him in the house.
Or I think they were actually playing him on like rock jam radios too. And honestly, I didn't I didn't tune into that.
Yeah, they'll probably play him on some. Or they'll play him in Minneapolis. They were playing him, but it was like Michael Jackson was just, he had his issues with labels too. But that's a whole nother story. But yeah, I mean, I feel like Stephen A. should be more responsible with that beat. You don't compare to different artists like that. You just don't. But I think that's it for the. We have 2 more questions. Those were the topics they wanted us to talk about, but we got 2 questions. I'm gonna save one for last because I think we've talked about it and I want to, but this is one, and I'm glad that they asked this. And Chris, you haven't. I'll just ask it. Did you guys see the new House Party movie?
Oh, we talked about that. No, I haven't seen it yet.
I saw it.
I've seen literally all the house. Jesus Christ, House Party.
Mm-hmm. House Party movies.
Okay, thank you. I really had a brain fart right there, but I seen them all. Ain't seen this new one.
I'll be real with you, Chris. This movie was trash. Horrible.
So who was in it? Or was it just like did they try to remake it?
I forgot. It was a remake. It was a modern day version of it.
Okay.
Today, but since I don't want to. Will you even take the time to watch it if I even break it?
I probably will, but I don't. For a movie like that where it's a remake, I don't care for. I don't care.
Right. So LeBron produced it, and some of the cast members. Let me do it.
LeBron produced it.
Yeah, LeBron and Maverick Carter produced the movie.
Interesting.
I want to just look at the cast.
Any of those producer credits, huh?
Yeah, they both got produced. And there was a new director who did it. So DC Young Fly's in it. Jacob Lattimore and Tosin Cole are the 2 main guys that play like a kid and play role in it. I'm going to just tell you what I just did. I'm going to just tell you shit I didn't like. It focused too much on nostalgia and cameos, and it lacked any original plot, any original.
Oh, wait, it's one of those?
Yes.
Okay, I probably.
Yes. You're going to be so. And then the story is just so stupid and unrealistic. And really stupid where they take the story.
Maybe I'll put on in the background when I'm like cleaning up tomorrow or something. But that sounds bad.
Dog, I watched it in theaters. It's not even on HBO Max.
Wait. You watched that in theaters, bro?
Yes, that's why I was. That's why
you watched that at the movie. You paid like
$12
in person money.
I paid $12 to watch that trash movie. Listen, LeBron, you did Space Jam. That had its issues with. That was okay. That was an okay reboot or remake. The sequel, whatever. The issue with this one, that there was a similar issue in Space Jam. If you remember watching it, too much on nostalgia.
Mm-hmm.
Too much.
Maybe that's his thing. Maybe as LeBron James transitions out of being a basketball player, he's gonna start doing more movies. It's all gonna be nostalgia.
He wants to always recreate shit that was in the 90s, dog. It's okay. Leave it some shit don't need to be recreated. And if you do, make it like clever. This shit was so forced, bro. At one point, I put my head down and I was like, LeBron, what? Come on, my guy. No. There's one specific thing that really did piss me off. I'm not gonna say it on here. You gotta watch it, and you may see what pisses me off. But
wait, is it streaming now?
No, it'll be streaming soon in a month. So when it does, I'll let you know.
Maybe I'll watch that, man.
But too much on nostalgia. The acting wasn't that great, especially from DC Young Fly. Oh my God. Ooh, and there was one. Ooh, you just reminded me. And then, remember in the first movie, and you know what? It's gonna sound like a little crazy rant. Remember in the first movie, they had like 3 guys, full force.
Mm-hmm.
The dark-skinned bullies.
Yeah. They were back in?
They
were back?
They weren't back. But what do you think in my world would piss me off?
Them being bullies or them being soft?
No,
What?
they brought that type of role for them back. It was 3 light-skinned dudes that were acting tough.
You know what? That's what I thought. That's really what I thought. That's
And
really what
some
I
of
thought.
them-
That's really what I thought. And I was just
And
like,
some of them, and yo,
it
bro,
won't be that. It won't be that.
and bro, some of it was just so, bro. The acting, man, you gotta watch it. You'll see why I just couldn't take it. Those 3 specific characters got me, but yo, Bron, man, stop trying to recreate every '90s movie, bro. It's okay,
They're
bro.
gonna make it. They're gonna have to put some training wheels on him.
Stop it, man. Create something new. Have some new ideas. Maybe like, and that's the reason why we love movies from that period, because there were new ideas at the time. You know what I mean? Ugh. But yeah, that's my thought on the house party. It's trash. Wasted $12. Don't even waste your time. But on to other things. And we've talked about this many times. I should have invited Gerard for this specific topic. So, and I would just say who asked us this one specifically. Our brother Young Shaq asked us this specific question. I don't know if he's having a problem with this or it's an issue, but we'll discuss. What do you think of Dr. Umar Johnson and his statement on interracial marriage? And I know we've talked about this, but in 2023, what are your thoughts, Chris? Before I go, because mine is pretty good.
Before I start, is this a new statement or is it the same one?
It's pretty much the same thing.
Okay, yeah. Well, no, dude's kind of stuck on foolishness there, because I mean, like it's just, it doesn't. I mean, like, sure, like, yes, you do find more comfort, around your own people. You do find more probably security there, but that's not necessarily always the case. And you don't know who you're going to end up loving, because like you could date somebody from your race your whole entire life, and I don't know, Sarah down the road is of Chinese descent, and she has feelings for you, but you're not looking at her because she's not black. But and that's literally the only reason. That sounds dumb to me. Like, she could be your perfect girl, and the only thing is wrong with her is she's not black. And not saying you can't have a preference, right? Like, I'm not saying you can't have a preference, because you definitely can. Like, of course you can, right? But if that's the only thing that's stopping you, and you just refuse to even like look the other way specifically because of race, that sounds kind of dumb to me,
I respect you. I think, okay, I see where you're coming from, Chris, and I don't have. I agree with what you're saying, but I agree with Dr. Umar in the sense of, from the standpoint, because a lot of his statements, a lot of people, I think they take a lot of it and they don't really contextualize it. A lot of what he says about interracial relationships isn't coming from the love part. And I think when it comes to the love part, that's why I agree with you, Chris. A lot of it he's seeing it come from is like status quo and marrying.
Oh yeah, sure. No, if it's that point, then yeah, I agree with him too. I don't agree with the status quo of dating outside your race. Neither. That's stupid.
When it comes from the status quo of it, of like marrying white for psychological and status quo, because I think his critique was black men always go for white women and they're leaving the black sisters out here. And their reasoning is for a lot of psychological things that white people have told you is wrong about you. You don't like yourself, so you want to date out. You want to be diverse, but they don't want to be diverse. You want to get into their culture, but they don't want to get into yours. So from that standpoint, I agree with him wholeheartedly. Yeah. Now on the love side, when it comes to the love, I agree with I disagree with him from the standpoint of you can't control who you love.
Exactly.
You can't control who you love. However, you got to be careful of how people love, or that. Some people, and I don't want to come off controversial, but as black people, we've dealt with certain cards from a specific race. A lot of dealt cards. So when you go into this love, open your eyes, people. I got 4. Don't fall in love blindly and ignore signs. And I think one thing about Dr. Umar that he's seen that we do, we love blindly and we get the end of the stick. And I think that's where he's seeing us. I hate it when I see a black brother date a white woman or love a white woman, and then he gets killed or she stabs him and she's out. See, that's the type of thing where it's like, although I say, love who you love, open your eyes.
Yeah. No, and in that sense, I definitely agree with you there too. But I'm just saying, like, if I'm doing this in love, and I fall in love with this girl, but I refuse to date her because she's not my race, and I love literally everything about her, but it's just her race, so I can't marry her. To me, that sounds silly.
Yeah.
But you're right, because again, loving blindly, love is blind versus loving blindly is 2 different things. Because loving blindly means you're probably like turning your eyes away from like certain things or factors or whatever, versus love is blind is like like loving who you love.
Exactly, and then and then when I mean the blind. Don't ignore politics with it too. And I think that's another thing that a lot of us black men, we ignore. Like, you can love, but then know the politics of who you loving.
Mm-hmm.
And don't say, it's just love, because when it comes down to the politics, you're going to be the one that's going to get the end of the stick. And it's love in reality. That's what I would say. And for me, who I've been a guy that a lot of people have like, I don't like white women. Listen, man, love who you love. My personal preference is black, chocolate woman, black, dark skin, light skin. I don't care. I like black women. That's just what I just naturally like. The only time I was a fan of white women like that was when Christina Aguilera and Britney Spears that was when I was in elementary school.
I think that was the youth of America back then.
Yeah, but if I had a top 50 gorgeous woman, I don't think any white woman, I'm gonna just be real. I'm gonna just say maybe 3 names: Victoria Beckham, Angelina Jolie, and this commentator on Fox Soccer or Fox Sports. Her name is Kate Upton. Kate Upton. These are the only 3 white women that I find.
Who you're talking about.
Kate, Kate.
I knew her. I know her name is Kate.
Yeah. These are the only 3 white women that I really find to be gorgeous.
I was just thinking, like, when you said Fox News, I was like, oh, I can see Peter liking her.
Yeah, she commentates on. She's not on Fox News, but she talks about sports with other people.
Yeah.
But those are the only 3 white women that I find to be gorgeous. It's not for me. I know a lot of people have been pushing that agenda, but not for me. Not for me. Not for me. Man, I done seen too many of us. Rest in peace, Emmett Till. Rest in peace to a lot of our brothers. I done seen too many of us. I'm not saying that's the reality for everybody. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be real. It's not the reality for everybody. But when you see stuff like that, I'd rather just take my chances with my sisters, my gorgeous sisters who always get shitted on. I'd rather love them than to take my chances with a white woman and to do something to me and then nothing happens. I die.
Like it does leave a bad taste in your mouth. No, just like knowing all the different stuff that's happened through history, and again, not saying it's a regular occurrence, because it's not.
I'm not saying it's reality for everybody. Yep. Put that out there. I don't want.
It is an outlier. It's just more likely to happen with that group. While it is an outlier, it is more likely to happen with that group. Right.
I've seen it too many times. But yeah, that's our thoughts on Dr. Umar. He's very, listen, man. I think he's a polarizing guy. I like some of the stuff he says.
Though, I think.
Yeah, very purposeful. I like some of the stuff he says. I don't agree with everything that man says.
Yeah, no, it's like remember what we talked about? It was like it might be like two truths and a lie, whatever, with him. Like he'll say something that's like very meaningful, very powerful for the black community. You know, like he's going on the right path. I agree with what he's saying. And then all of a sudden it's like it's a radical turn. It's just like, where did that turn come from? This is getting like we playing baseball and you playing soccer now, bro. What's up?
I remember like he was making a point about black people representing their true roots and where they come from, and he was saying a lot of stuff where like we should represent where we play. You know how they did us in France and you know and you know in the other countries in England, how they were racist to us, and you know he's bringing up mad points, and then he started shitting on Naomi. I don't want to Naomi Osaka.
Yeah,
and I'm like, dog, that's not the person you should be shitting on, bro. She's at like, although she represents Japan, that's what she knows, and. There's where was she was from Haiti. Okay, she was Haitian, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the politics with her playing with Haiti. I don't know the politics that go behind that. So it's like, and then she's pro-black as hell. And I get it, like you want your pro-black people to represent black, but like I don't know the politics with the representation. And she was born and raised in Japan. Like I was born and raised majority here. And I know I'm Ghanaian and I've been to Ghana. I've lived in Ghana, but a normal Ghanaian kid that maybe never went to Ghana, right? He's born and raised here. Fine, there's racism and there's a lot going on here. Where do you think he's going to represent? If he knows this place more.
You like here, right?
I'll represent here. So like, that don't take away from him being pro-black or African.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my only critique of him. Sometimes he can make a great point, but then he just goes to places where you're like, don't go to. That's not an area you should have went. That's just the problem with him. But I just like the fact that he don't give a fuck, and he says sometimes he says the truth that people don't want to hear.
Yeah, no. And again, like I think he brings up brilliant points sometimes. Like a lot of the stuff he says is worth listening to. It's just some of those other points. It's just like,
yeah, and
that was not where I thought that was going.
Yeah, his critique. I didn't like his critique of Deion Sanders. I disagreed with him. I knew where he was coming from, but that's another point where it's like I disagree with where he took that. Because where he took that, I felt like, okay, you want black people to represent and coach HBCUs, right?
Mm-hmm.
This guy, Deion Sanders, fine, he probably shouldn't have committed and said he was going to change HBCUs, fine. But when you get up to a point and you're taking less money and you're putting money into the HBCU to help, right?
Yeah, he was taking a good chunk of his paycheck, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was taking a good chunk of his paycheck to help. He wants to go to, now I don't agree with him going to, I don't like the Colorado move personally, but that's a different type of argument. If he decides to go to another, to advance his career, like as black people, we can't be like, don't take that opportunity, because we're the same ones to complain about opportunities.
Yeah, because I mean, like at first, like I was sour about it too. At first, like, I was like, no, you're supposed to change the HBCUs, this, that, and the third. But it's just like he's kind of already like started that path. He started that wave already.
He started. Ed Reed is now coaching for HBCU. He made, oh boy, he went on a rant the other day about HBCUs. But like, I think it's the start.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's the start, and I do feel him on like maybe he shouldn't have oversold it and said he was gonna commit, but we can't be complaining about opportunities and then being like, don't take an opportunity. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So although like I don't like the Colorado move personally, I feel like take it. You know what I mean? Take it. I want another brother to get paid.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So take it. Like, do I want to see?
It's not like he's never going to come back either, right?
Yeah, he could always.
He could do well at another school, raise his reputation, and come back later.
Yeah, and then like one thing he could do, like one thing that he was doing was he was bringing more attention to HBCUs, and he was bringing the conversation back to HBCUs. And now what I think the problem is with HBCUs and Black-owned stuff, right? We always want to make one person the face of it. We want a celebrity to come and just be Jesus Christ. When it don't work that way, nothing works that way. Nothing works on one man being Jesus Christ and saving a thing. It takes a collective. It takes a collective to make an NFL. It takes a collective to make an NBA. It takes a collective to make things better and push it. It takes more Black people investing in HBCUs, not just Deion Sanders.
Mm-hmm.
It takes more Black people being serious with how they put their money into the HBCUs and making sure projects get done and fields get done and proper jobs are being, you know what I mean? It's such a broader conversation that we don't have, but we just want to pinpoint one Black guy.
Yeah. The one that spoke out.
Thank you. Like, it's like, how do you do that? It's like when Obama became president, like, although, like, yeah, he's president, she got to go through a chain of command, like, but it's just Black people. I just think we want to move like we're better served to move as a unit and as a team, but people want it to be like a one person monolith Jesus Christ figure,
a martyr.
Yeah, and it will never work. It will never work. Martyrs. What usually happens to martyrs? People that are known to be, they usually die.
Well, yeah, but I was just thinking, like, in this situation, like, for coaches.
Maybe, but a lot of martyrs in history, I don't think there'll be a martyr for a coach because you want to keep your damn job. But a lot of them historically, they go to the wasteland or they die. So you need to get that mindset away, man. I mean, evolve and grow like all other ethnic groups. But yeah, that's that for the show. I want to send Chris a photo actually real quick. I want to see him react to it. This all is randomly on my phone. I want to see you got a live reaction.
I saw that the other day. That's funny.
Hey, yeah. The people want to see.
I don't know if you can.
Yeah, I don't know if they could. Yeah, this is Mr. Krabs, by the way. And the question.
Lower your brightness a little bit, maybe.
Or they can see the pic. They can't see the text. But yeah, this is supposed to. This is Mr. Krabs, and the axis is Mr. Krabs at E40. Yeah, that's all. But yeah, that's it for the show. We'll be back here in 2 weeks. We'll see where we could. Not 2 weeks. It's 2 weeks.
What's today's date?
We usually drop on Mondays, so we'll be dropping again soon.
We'll be dropping again soon. Yes.
Yeah, we'll be dropping again.
Probably within the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, we'll be dropping. Yeah,
we're trying to do bi-monthly again, at least twice a week, or at least twice a month. I mean,
yep. And we want you guys to just rock with us. You know what I mean? Rock with us, like Michael Jackson. Yeah, that wasn't a good one. But Chris,
yeah, I followed.
But Chris, let them know your social media.
Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter at BigChris_57, even though I don't use it. And you can follow me on IG at Everybody Loves Chris. Even though I don't really use that one either, but I'm active.
So you can find me in the no, that's wrong. Wrong one. You can find me not on IG right of now. I'm taking an indefinite break on Instagram, a la toxic group chats. But I will be posting content on the official Kickback podcast. Yes, That is where our podcast clips will be at. That's where our polls will be at. That's where we maybe do this or that's stay. Yeah, that should be in rotation. This or that's just staying. No more balls of the weeks because people are sensitive these days. You know, we're not trying to scare away people. But but yeah, we'll have more segments, more different things I post, more clips, more reels. So check those out. And well, since I don't have my personal page up and running, I still have my DJ page. DJ Kofi P. Go follow that. I've been
more active.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to be more active this year because I need more hobbies. B. I'll be stuck in this house. B. I need some more hobbies. So
that's why after I graduate, that's what I need is a hobby.
Yeah. So I'm gonna get back into the DJ thing and mix. But yeah, just follow those two accounts. I'm still active on my Twitter, so it's at Peter Kofi, and I'm on Facebook occasionally. Facebook's my full name, Peter Ansah, but I don't think any of y'all, unless y'all older folks, don't use Facebook like that. Facebook's like
don't follow me on Facebook. And
you can find my MySpace. That's not okay. About to hit you with the MySpace. But yeah, that's it for the show. We love you. Stay black. Stay woke. Love y'all.
Bye. Thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of The Kickback. We're available on all podcasting platforms, and we ask that you like, comment, share, and subscribe. And do us a favor and hit that notification bell too. And please rate and review us on any platform available. And as always, we like you, we love you, but we gotta go. Bye.